favorite scene didn't make it in the movie?
I mean, the global answer is that they're all my favorites. But it is fun that the more I see it, certain scenes will leap out. And lately, I think my favorite scene lately is he's such a good I think the two of them do that so well. He's so much on his verb. And I love the slow fuse that Kristen has. He says that crack off and you know, teach her to make it bad. I'm like, you can always count it down. It takes her like 10 seconds before she goes back up. You know? I like them.
What's your inspiration to write the movie, or what the basic theme
Yeah, well,
what inspired you to do this, or what?
it's a bit serendipitous, I'll keep it short, because so much of writing is like quilt making. You say scraps of ideas, characters, situations, and just a higgledy-piggledy order. And but the real core of it here, or the key scrap, was a good friend of ours, some of my other friends in here, a wonderful actor named MC Gady, got married in New Orleans in 2004. And we all went down to New Orleans for the wedding. And one night, the group of us were on Bourbon Street, went to this really seedy, old-school strip joint called Big Daddy's. It's shut down. And they had the main stage with ladies, the real pros, the big bazooks, doing their stuff. But in the back of the club, there was a little circular stage about 6 feet diameter with a pole. And there was this little scrawny, skinny, bruised girl dancing. And she wasn't very good. And she looked so young to me. She really did look like she was 50 or 60. And I don't know whether she was not, probably not. But she, at that time, my son was around 16, so we had all these beautiful, bright, well-loved young women around the house, full of self-confidence and steam. And somehow when I saw her, it was I couldn't get out of my head. So a lot of times that's like we hear
I feel like Jerry Springer.
Geo Springer. Well, you know, Jim flies without a net. And as you can imagine, he's not a man that you don't. It's hard to tell him not to do something. And I feel a little bad. I knew he was going to Indianapolis, and I've been there with Jay, and then we had to get back to pre-production. And then he, at the last minute, decided to go, and he went. And my mom, bless her heart, was his tour guide. And he got along better with my mom. And he found this waiter at this one restaurant downtown Indianapolis, and he really fell for him. But the guy was born in Kentucky and from Southern Indiana. So the accent's about 150 miles long. And it's hard. It's hard. But at the beginning, I mean, I being from Indiana, I heard it, and I remember saying to Jay and Michael Costa, they were like, well, you go tell her. Well, I hope she doesn't, and I'll tell you why. Because one, this is a really hard business for women, period, of any age. It's much harder on women than it is on men, particularly stars. And I think it's better to have her career burns so hot right now. And one of the challenges is for all of us, regardless of whether you're a writer, an actor, a director, is to sustain a career over a lifetime. So in a way, maybe the best thing that could happen to her is that she doesn't. So that gets so hot, you know what I mean? She can keep it. Whether she gets it or not, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, in terms of sustaining a career, it's better to try to modulate the temperature so you can hold it. Because
The Oscars are also, it's a critic thing. It's the one thing that we can do as the audience is people choice.
The best thing doing a job well can do for you is to get you other great opportunities. I mean, an Oscar's nice, but what's nice is to have respect and peers and other filmmakers who want to hire her. And she's got that. So Oscar or not, that's the most important thing, because you'll notice there are plenty of people who win Oscars and they don't seem to be working. You ever notice that? So it's kind of like be careful what you try to do.
When you were casting the film, was there, when you were writing it even, were there actors that you were envisioning when you were writing it?
No, it's too prejudicial. And also it breaks my heart, because I think, Jack Nicholson and Meryl Streep. And I go, but I don't.
Did the film turn out to be what you thought it was?
No, they never do.
They never do.
They never do, and I mean that with love. Look, just getting made is the win. And particularly over the years, it used to be you could write a script, you turn it on Friday, you bring it on Monday, and a month later you not quite, but it would go that quick. These days, particularly for films like this, dramas, no 3D. It takes forever. It takes forever to raise really what is such a modest amount of money to what we used to spend just on first-class travel, okay, and the per diem. So it's a real big.
I got to turn around. You did this. You did all this. It started on IMDb, just talking to some of the people about a script, and then it kind of went. Somebody did this on Twitter, which was the biggest mistake of my life. I apologize. But because of the fans and the amount of people, Arclight contacted me. They were like, "You have a tribe of people that have voted for this Q&A, and then the WTTR Saturday, and this is what it means." So it's everything. It's everything. I owe it to you. To all of you.
It means a lot. It means a lot to everyone.
I don't know what Welcome to Friday Saturday is, and I don't know who you are. You're producing it. You're very attractive, and everybody wants your picture. I was trying to figure out what was going on here. It's very interesting, creepy, and weird at the same time. I like the film a lot, and I came because of the actors.
Good reason.
And the only thing missing is a part for me. But the thing, I always notice everything. Ali Sheedy had one scene in the kitchen.
And she had more.
What happened to her part?
Well, I can tell you, and
You cut her out? Damn you. It could have been a little longer. I wouldn't have.
with everything, every film I've ever written, it's like when you get done post-production, cutting it all together, it feels like you've got a stampede of bull elephants rushing towards the eye of the needle. And it's like the last minute you're trying to get a hold of all these scenes, all these characters fall into the right order. It's just inevitable.
This is so weird. So what happened to her character? Tell us, because I would have.
Well, no, she in that scene in the kitchen really tears Lois a new one. She's just praying and about how screwed up she is.
So she gets her out of the house.
Yeah. Well, no, she doesn't get her out of the house, but she also we kept changing. Jake and I kept changing not changing our minds, but it was an evolution as to how much we should rebuild when. There's always that Hitchcock kind of problem about Emily, about the backstory. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you show the ticking time bomb under the table at the head of the scene, or do you wait? You know what I mean? And the leading man drops his pen, and reaches down and almost touches it, but he still doesn't see it. I mean, at what point? And so we kept going back and forth, and ultimately, post, he decided that we really saved the specifics of Emily's death with the dress makers. And I think it was a good choice. So if we had kept the scene with Ali, it would have telegraphed a bunch of stuff.
That's so wonderful. DVD.
Yes.
Don, I'm sorry. Ken, answer quickly. We have like 2 people.
Actually, I don't want to ask you anything. I just want to say thanks to Gio for working so hard to get this out, and thanks to Stephanie for doing everything she did
You're here to
to
stay.
write this out.
I'll do it.
Hey, Stephanie.